Come and get your love, oh yeah. Come and get your love, yeah. Come and get your love, oh. Come and get your love. Go ahead, get a little love. Yeah, come and get your love. 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 Oh, yeah. Hey, what's the matter if you feel right? Don't you feel right? Yeah, you're from the main vine. All right, yeah. Come and get your love, oh yeah. Come and get your love, yeah. Come and get your love, oh yeah. Come and get your love. Good morning. Take a minute to greet each other, say hello. You want to go right into the song? Okay. Oh, come and get your love. Come and get your love. No. Come and get your love.
So let's just take a moment and say hello to one another.
Sorry. Come and get your love.
Make it a good one this morning.
Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Come and get love. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. You guys would love to join me. I would love it if you did for our opening song.
All right, let's stand for our opening song.
We have come together as family. We have come here as we are. And we have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise a room with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. And we sing in celebration. Oh, we sing words of prayer. Namaste, amen. And we affirm all life as sacred. And we declare the peace is here. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise a room with shouts of praise. place. Oh, come as you are.
Hello, everyone. My name is Janice Guevara, and I have the honor and privilege of being one of the practitioners here at the Pacific Coast Center of Spiritual Living. At this time, I would like to invite our service support practitioner, Sylvia Hungerford, to please bring the light forward. This light represents us as a community. Just as a lit candle is not diminished in any way when it shares its light with an unlit candle, we are able to freely share our light with all we meet. Oops, wrong one. I invite you all to say with us now, together, our affirmation. The circle of love is complete here. This love includes all and is bound by unity. We journey together in that love, hand in hand. We sit in the presence of that love and see the face of God in all. As we gather here this morning, I am reminded of how fortunate we are to be together as a spiritual community. I am grateful for this beautiful beach location. I am grateful for the precious friendships that have blossomed here. I am grateful for this center's commitment to our personal growth and our personal development. I am so grateful to be part of a community that values and demonstrates respect, compassion, safety, and accountability. For this and so much more, I say thank you, and so it is.
Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing today? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Lauren Peach. I have the joy and privilege of serving as your host today. So I first of all want to just welcome everyone. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here in person. Thanks to everyone joining us online. And then a very, very warm welcome to any new folks joining us today. We are so happy that you're here. We are a radically welcoming community. We believe that through love, we can change the world. And that starts with the love that we cultivate in ourselves, which is the true nature of who we really are. We have a fantastic program this morning, as we always do every Sunday morning. We have our very own Reverend Bobbi in the house. Let's give it up for Red B. Our awesome musician today, carrying a solo, is Melissa. John and Matt are keeping us together, technology-wise, back there, so let's give it up for them. We have three practitioners holding us in consciousness today. That is Janice, Sylvia, and Debbie Ann. Our welcome team is Lorraine and Diane. Our youth and family coordinator is Wendy Arcala. And our production coordinator, who does so much behind the scenes, is Carol Ann. Let's give it up for Carol Ann. And now I'm going to invite leadership up. Pam, I think that's you.
It is. Thank you. You are adorable. Isn't she adorable? She's so adorable. Okay, here we go. Join with me as we say this affirmation. Through mindful and respectful exploration, we are creating a healthier foundation that supports and engages a whole beloved community equipped to launch new strategies for a thriving spiritual center. Say those last three words one more time. Thriving spiritual center. Yay. My favorite part. So we are Pacific Coast Center for Spiritual Living, and again, my name is Pam Watanabe. I am the treasurer of our combined leadership, along with Tori Sina. We get to have co-everything, so it's fantastic. And I'm here to do the announcements. So I'm going to quiz you today, so pay close attention. What do these three lovely individuals have in common? Well, they're hot. That works. They're hot. They're also smart. They're also creative. And they're also very generous. And you know Reverend Bobbi, of course. And most of you probably know Chris Schreiber. The other lovely lady, her name is Miranda Hayek. Oh, wait. We know someone named Hayek. Who could that be? Oh, it's our music director, Lena Hayek. It's her wife. Yes, who happens to be a well-known, sought-after web designer. More on that later. Next Saturday, we have two amazing programs. Yes, Reverend Juanita, raise your hand. Started a program on Zoom way back, I think was when we were still in the pandemic, or quite soon after that, called Spiritual Elders. And what they have discovered in reading a book called Aging to Saging is just that. If you think of the words, it is that as you go through life, you pick up a lot of wisdom. And as you go through life, you realize that a lot of people could benefit from that wisdom. And so they get together on the third Saturday of every month on Zoom, and they share this wisdom with each other and how to share it with others. And so it is open to all. Please join them. If you want the Zoom link, it is available from our Wednesday newsletter that comes out every Wednesday. Very good. You're paying attention. Okay, and if you don't get the newsletter, let me know. I'm sitting back there in the back in the activities area, or ask Reverend Juanita, and we will get your email address and send you the Zoom link. So that's 10:30 to 12:30 on Zoom. Then in the afternoon, our very own Valerie Day puts together something called The Circle each month, and it is our healing arts ministry. And she's been doing this for years. She brings in special guests to facilitate these. This month, it is a sound bath meditation with Reverend Sunshine Day. Oh, wait, Valerie Day. Nope, they're not related. Okay, as far as I know. So, isn't that interesting, though? I just noticed that this morning. So anyway, here, in person, 2 o'clock, because it's hard to do sound baths, like, if you're not here. So you want to come here. And you can, again, register ahead of time on Eventbrite or through the link on the newsletter Or you could pay here, but oftentimes when we have these where we bring in someone else, it will be cheaper if you buy your tickets ahead of time because then we know how many is coming. So again, I will be in the back, and Valerie may be joining me wherever she is. She's around here somewhere, I saw her. Oh, there you are, my dear. Raise your hand, stand up. Let people get to see your beautiful face. Another beautiful, loving person. She is one of our lead practitioners along with Rachel Rosen. Okay, so back to the website. Here's our new website, but it's not quite ready yet. It is in progress. Next week, I will be back here telling you a little bit more about it. And after service, actually, I will be back in the back again. It's kind of where I sit, kind of my office, you know. So, and that and my dining room table. If you would like, you can come back there, get your food, and I'll demonstrate a little bit how it's going to work. Now, back to those lovely ladies. What do they have in common? Well, Reverend Bobbi Becker gave us all the pertinent material to build said lovely website, and it is fantastic. I am so thrilled. It will give us all the information we need, and I've been pushing it out on the newsletter and will continue to do so, but soon, everything you need to do, including those of you on Zoom and Facebook and YouTube and any other way you're getting to us by smoke signal, you will be able to go into the website and watch it directly from there. So no more remembering, oh, what was that login? You can just go to the website. Not yet, soon. And then Miranda, as I mentioned, created that website, and she and I are working together. In fact, we're meeting tomorrow again to make some changes. And then there was one other person on that slide. There was an anonymous donor that gave money to help host this website, and it's anonymous, so I won't say who it was, but if your memory is good, yeah, you might remember. So thank you to all those people for creating this beautiful new website, and more to come. I will be back next week and share more. Thank you very much.
As we go into our calm space, we're doing this song that we did last week, and it's a call and response. So I'll sing, and then you guys repeat that for the chorus, and we'll do the chorus twice so you can get the hang of it. God is love, God is grace, God is grace. Speak our prayer in this place. We give thanks, we give praise for the blessings of this day. Sound great. God is love, God is grace. Speak our prayer in this place. We give thanks, we give praise for the blessings of this day. For grandparents with loving trust, all who teach and mentor us. For everyone who lead and guide with patient hearts and sacrifice. God is love, God is grace. Speak our prayer in this place. We give thanks, we give praise for the blessings brother too, for friends and family who see us through, for those aground who lead and form, heart, mind, and soul, that we may grow. God is love, God is grace. Speak our prayer in this place. We give thanks, we give praise for the blessings, for our families, for our friends, for everything of this day.
The theme this month, "The Sacred is in All," is a wonderful concept to contemplate, especially this month when we celebrate Thanksgiving. When preparing for this morning, I noticed that just by briefly focusing on the concept that there is sacred in everything, my mood elevated and I felt a sense of calm. Albert Einstein said, "There are two ways to live life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is though everything is a miracle." And as true as that is, I felt compelled this morning to acknowledge the reality that there are many challenges in life today that can make it very difficult to view everything as a miracle. Watching the news, seeing the horrific impacts of war, natural disasters, poverty, it can be very challenging to feel a sense of sacredness. And when I start to feel separated from the feelings of sacredness, I go within and return my mind to that which restores my sense of balance immediately. I remember that regardless of how anything may appear, there is no place in this entire universe where God is absent. God is the source of absolutely everything and everyone. And when I return my heart and mind to this profound and complete understanding, I can return to a state of knowing the truth about God. I found an online article written by Celine Shendy. She is a certified professional coactive coach, and she offers 4 ideas for remaining in the understanding that there is sacredness in everyday life. And I'd like to share 4 of these points with you today. 1, find sacred through a hobby or practice. Accessing the sacred is a deeply personal endeavor, and it feels different for each person. Some people access it through traditional methods such as prayer, meditation, breath work, yoga. But there are many ways that you can reach this peaceful state of being, such as engaging in a creative hobby, observing art. Whatever you choose to do, you can reduce your inner chatter, and invoke feelings of awe and inspiration. Her second idea is let go of that which no longer serves you. We will have a hard time experiencing the sacred if we hold on to old energies and thought patterns that no longer serve us. It is essential that we declutter our mind, detox our bodies, and let go of things and people that are draining our life force. 3, engage all our senses. Distractions in everyday lives can cause us to go inside our heads and miss out on all the subtleties and nuances of life. We can overcome this tendency by noticing when our minds go into a tailspin and then shift into a focus that concentrates on our sensory input, such as sight, sound, smell, touch. By doing this, we can avoid missing out on simple pleasures like the smell of a baby's fragrance, tasting exquisite chocolate, the touch of a cashmere sweater, or an incredible sunset view. Her fourth idea, and I think my favorite, is cultivate gratitude and simplicity. Sometimes we may not like what's going on around us, and we may feel tempted to give in to unhealthy forms of escapism. We can steer ourselves from this by cultivating an attitude of gratitude and simplicity. There has been so much written about the power of gratitude and how it can instantly raise our personal vibration. The mere act of appreciating the simple things that we normally take for granted can instantly shift our perspective and uplift us in the process. In closing, I want to recognize that remaining rooted in gratitude may not always be easy, but taking the time to tap into gratitude's superpowers is definitely worth the effort. In the words of Rumi, gratitude's greatest gift is its ability to make everything it touches sacred. And so it is.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, they're also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? And really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying, and I watch them grow. They'll learn so much more than I'll ever know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops high above the chimney tops. That's where you're gonna find me, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. There's a dream that you dreamed of once in a lullaby. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Wow, you did that one good. You know, that song is an interesting mashup of Somewhere Over There and Something Beautiful Right Here. Because there's often times when we think of the sacred, we think it's somewhere over there. It's not necessarily in me, it's not right here in this moment, and even times when life is really, really tough, to think that the sacred is right here is the furthest thing from my mind. It's kind of how it goes. We forget. We forget in those times of struggle that there is a path that is unfolding that is paving the way for us to remember who we are, a path of self-discovery, and everything that happens on the way isn't about what's over there. It's about what's right here, what's going on in me right now. And it's really easy to focus on what's over there because it's really hard to focus on what's right here, what's going on in me. And there tends to be, I know in my own struggles, sometimes I forget that God's right here, that somehow I'm missing it, somehow I'm missing something, or that someone else is missing something, which is why I'm not happy right now, right? The presence that is what we talk about in this room, which is all that is sacred. And the all that is present everywhere and in everything. And there is no exception. Even in moments when I don't feel it, can't feel it, feel disconnected, it's still present. And I want to talk today a little bit about how we get there. How do we get there in it? Now, science of mind is probably for most the most difficult thing, which is our philosophy. It's the philosophy that we practice, is the most difficult thing for many people to say, well, what is science of mind? So I'm going to give you something really simple. It's the study of first cause. Yeah, that's it. Oh, there's a little more. It's the study of first cause, spirit, mind, or that invisible essence, the ultimate stuff and intelligence from which everything comes, the power back of creation. Where's Ray Bradford? The thing itself. He knows what I'm talking about. It's the thing itself. So what do we do in this room? We study all of that. First cause, what is spirit? What is mind? How does the universe work? And how am I in it? That's what we do here. And we don't take the word of someone else. So if you take my word for it, just stop. Because you get to explore that for yourself. We don't believe that anybody has all the answers. We believe that we all have the answers for our own life. And we all study a philosophy that teaches us what is first cause. And I want to talk a little bit about what is first cause, because that first cause is something that we often forget. And we go right to somewhere over the rainbow or over there or what's already in front of us right now, as if what's in front of us right now is all there is. And Ernest Holmes said, he's the founder of Science of Mind. And when I say he's the founder, what an interesting journey this man had, that he pushed out a book that within it contained all these golden threads of wisdom from all these different faith traditions. And I'm going to say this, he did not have the answers either. Absolutely not. He had the answers for a time in which the invitation was to continue to explore and be open at the top. No, there's no such thing as anyone that has all the answers. It just doesn't work that way. So here's what Ernest said. We are compelled to think of spirit either as apart from us or within us. If apart from us, there is no way to find it. If it is us, there is no escaping the divine fact. If we know that spirit is us, then we would know, wouldn't we? That we would know what every moment was calling us to be. We forget. And the journey is to continually remember. Unfoldment and not search is what we need. Searching outside ourselves isn't going to do it. It's the unfoldment of self that does it. And this is in Living the Science of Mind. Now, what makes up, as I mentioned earlier, first cause, which is the thing itself, and this is this philosophy that we study, is a combination of three things. Is there a practitioner in the room that knows the answer to that? What is the triune nature of the divine? What is it? Go ahead. Spirit? Thank you. Mind, body, spirit. What is the order of it? What's up here? Spirit. What's in the center? Mind. What's down here? Body. Which what we're talking about is idea, thought, divine idea. Down here, which is really just a representation, it's not really in that. There's no hierarchy. Is the center, as we know that the universe operates in a way in which it's very plastic. It resonates, it responds. And it responds to, and this is the most disappointing and exciting point, it responds to what I predominantly think about. Do you get what I mean by most disappointing and most exciting? So what's the preponderance of my thinking? Is it? And if it is, it can be. And if I am just awash in negativity, then I'm seeing the world in that place of negativity, and I'm going to respond to that world from that place of negativity, and I'm going to problem solve from that place of negativity, and I'm going to see everything from that place of negativity, and I'm going to have relationships from that place of negativity. You get where I'm going? And then what happens is body. The body is just form. And so often, I'm down here looking at form. I'm looking at what's in front of me, what's been created. And if I'm in negativity and I see only what's in form down here as being negative, I'm not seeing how I'm part of what was created. But not just me. See, because I get to play with all of you. So as a community, if we come together, we want to create something fabulous, and we're over here thinking we don't like it, then we're going to keep creating more of what we don't like. Or participating in creating more of what we don't like, because I can't create it all. So form is really subjective, isn't it? You may look at the form and go, when Rev Juanita says, that's the most fabulous form I've ever seen. I just think that form has just never been ever created before, and I'm delighted and excited and anticipatory about whatever form comes after that. And someone over here says, that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Happens all the time. The thing about form is when we're focused on form, we don't realize that form actually has three qualities too. Exciting, isn't it? Form is never complete. Can we agree on that? Form is never complete. It's either being created or being destroyed. It's constantly moving, moving, moving. And often when we look around and we see form, we've characterized it, that chair that Melissa's sitting in is green, it has a gray frame, and I think that form is just going to look like that forever. But it's not, is it? It's going to continually change. It changes slowly, but it changes. And there's a reason it changes slowly. And the reason is because matter is spirit moving slowly enough to be seen. And that was Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. Matter is spirit moving slowly enough to be seen. Matter has 3 elements to it. It has plurality, which is form is represented in an infinite multitude of ways. No form is the same as the form, any other form. Grains of sand, not one grain of sand is the same. It's impossible. It's impossible to create the same thing. You and I are different. Twins are still different, right? Even identical twins are still different. Sometimes the only people that know that are the parents, but they're different. They are different in so many ways. But when we first look at something, we see what's either similar or we see what's different, but whatever we look at something, it's changing. So plurality. The second thing is unity. All form has unity in it. We are all connected, not only to each other, but everything. What's in that chair is also in me. Same stuff. You've heard this same star stuff. Everything is made up of the same God stuff. Everything. And the last thing about form is energy. Every form has energy. Whether you see it or not, it has energy. That chair has energy. It vibrates slower than other types of form, like me. Now, all of us know, or some of us know, or maybe most of us know, that we are mostly water. Yes? So that means that if we are mostly water, we are subject to the elements around us in a way that is much more changing than that chair. That chair is not mostly water. So we change quicker. Believe me, I know it at 60. I'm changing quicker and quicker every day. And I love that. I love that. I love that I'm not stuck, ever. Unless I believe that. Now, Ernest also said, so think about it, it doesn't matter whether it's form or it's spirit. Oops, wrong one. Ernest said the spirit is both an overdwelling, an indwelling, and I added, because we're in 2023, an all-dwelling presence. I'm not separate from it. I can have something in me and still be separate. We are immersed in it, and it flows through us as our very life. Do I treat my life that way? Do I see my life that way? I do a lot. Not all the time. I'm in this human body, spiritual being, having a human experience. And the journey itself, traveling in this body, presents itself sometimes because I only look at it through my 5 senses in a limited way, with ignoring that 6th sense, which is that something else is happening too. And there is even scientific discovery happening that we have many more senses than that. We don't just have 5, we just don't have 6, we have many. But we use only those 5. To look at our world and determine what our world is. We analyze our world from only those 5 senses, and we, in some cases, we don't listen to those other senses within us that tell us that something wonderful is happening right now. How many of you were here on Wednesday or got to watch Wednesday night's conversation with Stephen Cope? Yeah. He has a book out. It's fantastic. How many of you are reading the book? I am so into this book. And I think there's at least one of you in the room who's read it twice. Janice. It's that good, isn't it? It's a you can't put it down kind of book. Because it's talking about what's happening in difficult times and how we can look in difficult times and find the truth of who we are in difficult times and not criticize ourselves in difficult times or criticize others in difficult times, but to really look in those moments and say, that there is a dharma, my purpose, in these difficult times, that we were called for this time. And there's a phrase in the book that Stephen Cope talks about, and it's psychologists are now calling world-rattling events disorienting dilemmas. There's actually a term for what's going on that's like captures it all. I love that. I need a term to go to. What I just keep saying, I don't know what's going on, but something's going on, right? We're having a disorienting dilemma. And why is it so disorienting? Why is it when something comes up, we're so disoriented? And in many respects, I would say for myself that something happens and I'm going down this track and I'm going down this track and something happens and now I'm on a different track. Wait a minute, I thought I was over here. No, I'm over here now. But I like that track and I want to go back to that track because that track is really comfortable and it's the track I want. But that track's gone. Now I'm here. So what do I do? How many of you feel like that? Oh, good. I'm glad I don't feel alone in that. Wait, could you raise your hand again? I just want to see the numbers. Super good. You're in the right place. How often do we get, I'm so disoriented and you're in the right place, at the same time? What's really interesting is we ask ourselves often in these times, why are things happening like this? I don't get it. And yet this is the journey. Why do children die before their parents? Why did my parent die? Why was my parent so challenged? Why did a sibling die, a friend die? Why did this accident happen? Why are children abused? Why is there war? Why is there genocide? Why? Well, folks, that finger that keeps pointing back to me, it's all here because of us. This is our journey of evolution. And from the beginning, death was part of it, right? We may not have got it on the way out of the birth canal, but we got it somewhere along the way. And we learned that through watching others pass before us. That life has that impermanence. It doesn't stay the same. And that's what we get to live with as humans. In Dharma in Difficult Times, Stephen Cope, he opens the book with this. A disorienting dilemma usually occurs when people have experiences that do not fit in their expectations or make sense to them, and they cannot resolve the situation without some change in their view of the world. Until we change our view of the world, we cannot walk through a disorienting dilemma. We have to change our view of the world we're in, or we'll continue to hold on to the world we've been in. Yes, that's it. Some change. Wait, I need my glasses. I just realized I'm looking at it going, I don't know what that word is. Yes, that's it. Some change in our very conception of the world is required. Or by another account, a disorienting dilemma is an experience within which a current understanding, you ready? A disorienting dilemma is an experience in which a current understanding is found to be insufficient or incorrect, and the learner struggles with the resulting conflict of views. This dilemma is also sometimes descriptively referred to as creating a state of disequilibrium for the learner. So if you're feeling sort of like a disequilibrium, it's because there's something in it for us to look at. There's something to look at and say, okay, how I've been looking at the world is not, the world's changed. The problem is, or I should say not problem, the challenge is we want to stay the same, and it's changed. So we have to have a different view. He continues, how does any of us make sense of a world turned upside down? Well, how you make sense of it depends upon who you are, I suppose. Christians may read the book of Job, the Bible's handbook for disorienting dilemmas. It's my favorite book. I teach from the book of Job all the time. See, I don't think that God was playing with Job. I think Job was having a disorienting dilemma. The book of Job raises what is called in scholarly circles the theodicy problem. Simply put, is God just? And if God is in fact is just, then how exactly do we explain human suffering? How can a just God, allow an innocent child to die? How can she allow races of people to be oppressed? If God is love, how can that happen? So this is interesting. Jews read the book of Job as well, and by the way, when they are wrestling with a disorienting dilemma, though I must say that Jews are by large better at speaking back to God than my own Protestant crew is. God, you screwed up. The Jews at Auschwitz concentration camp during the Second World War established a court in the prisoners' barracks and put God on trial. He was found guilty of high crimes. Makes sense, doesn't it? Hindus read the Katha Upanishad, a stunning dialogue narrated by Death herself. Death, in this ancient text, turns out to be quite wise. She actually comes up with some pretty compelling answers. You see, the interesting thing about who we are is we're all spiritual heroes. And if you're a spiritual hero, you will have a disorienting dilemma. At least you're a hero. That's the nature of the journey. I think it was quite brave for the Jews in Auschwitz to put God on trial. In the middle of all that, I found that to be brilliant. Why would this happen? We could say that about everything that's going on in the world, that why would this happen? We could say that about our own life, and we could put God on trial. Because it just doesn't seem right sometimes, does it? And yet it's not, if God is us, who's on trial? It's us. But we don't have to be on trial. There's this beautiful quote by Jesus, also a Jew. And he said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." We're doing the best we can. We're doing the best we can. And as we walk through this and we give ourselves grace when we're in this disorienting dilemma, and we give others grace in a disorienting dilemma. I'm faced with a dilemma right now. I have to have a conversation with someone in my life. And I'm struggling with how to approach it. Because I'm disturbed by it. And I don't know how to deal with it. And what I keep coming back to, which is so interesting, is the 4 values that we've selected. In this disorienting dilemma, I'm going to come at it with, what are the 4 values? Extraordinary respect, compassion, safety, accountability. When we come to life from those values, what I'm finding is if I only apply them in here, by the way, Sundays are not enough practice for me. I need a lot more practice. I don't know about you, but I need a lot of practice. So I need a lot of practice, and that means I need a lot of time. You like that one? Wait. I'm going to come back. I didn't mean to do that, but I love that, don't you? I'm going to come to it soon, soon, soon. So here's the thing. Gandhi, in the book, Gandhi comes back from South Africa, working in a nonviolent structure to end apartheid. And he arrives back in his homeland, India, and he sees the very same thing happening in 1918. The very same thing happening. And the first thing that people want him to do is fight the British government. What does he do? He steps back and he goes, I'm going to actually go into the landscape of my homeland, and I'm going to see what's happening. And he sees the poverty, and he sees how people have forgotten who they are and lack care. Because that's what happens when there is like a dictatorship or there is rule that is oppressive, that people forget who they are. And so what he does is after he, for 7 months, surveys his motherland, he then goes into retreat because he knows that right now he's so angry. that slide. He's so angry that he cannot come to it in the right way. And he realizes, one of the things that Gandhi realizes is that anger clouds the judgment, and you can no longer learn from past mistakes. Lost is the power to choose between what is wise and what is unwise, and your life is utter waste. Anger is more than reasonable to have. So for those of you that, I can't be angry. No, please be angry. But don't try to work it out with another in anger. Because if we do that, we are completely cut off from the part of us that knows. We become very unwise. And we become about ourselves. Rather than coming back to those 4 values, we stop and we forget that there's more than me in this. That it's not just about what I want. It's not just about the outcome. That the journey to get there is most important. And he goes back to the Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is the Indian god who says to Arjuna, you'll have to read the book to get the context, but Arjuna is a warrior trying to find his dharma. And the first thing, with Arjuna being very confused about what he's about to face, Krishna says to him, he says, take refuge in me. In other words, take refuge in God. Take refuge in your highest spiritual resources. This is where we begin. All disorienting dilemmas are spiritual crises. All of them. All of them. And anytime we're really disturbed and find ourselves paralyzed or whatever's going on in life, it's a disorienting dilemma. And the only way through it is we have to go to our spiritual resources. And if we don't have them, we're going to stay disoriented. That's why it's so important to have a spiritual practice. It's so important to have a spiritual community. It's so important to practice or learn to practice and what that means. I think the hardest part about this journey is the fact that, one, we try to do it alone. There's shame in asking for help or guilt, like I can't do it myself, and yet there's nothing about the journey that's about doing it on my own. Absolutely nothing. If we're all connected, and if I try to do it on my own, I'm disregarding that my journey and the way I do my journey affects you and you and you and you and you and the rest of you. So I got to close this up. But I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, and it's probably one of the most important quotes of the book. And when I said this, for you, those of you not here, we are here to bring forth what is us. We do it together. And as we do it together, we exponentially bring our own dharma forward. If you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. We must bring forth what is in us. And the first thing we do is we take refuge in the divine. That's the first thing we do. We go there every time. Every single time. And that is the practice. Pierre Desjardins, I will close with this. Melissa, I'm bringing you up now. So listen, close your eyes and listen. Just invite you to do that. Close your eyes. And hear. Above all, trust in the slow work of God. Slow work of God. We are quite naturally impatient in everything, to reach the end without delay. We should like to skip the intermediate stages. We are impatient of being on the way to something. Over the rainbow? Something unknown, something new, and yet it is the law of progress. and it is made by passing through some stages of instability, and that it may take a very long time. And so I think it is with you. Your ideas mature gradually. Let them grow. Let them shape themselves without undue haste. Don't try to force them on as though you could be today what time, that is to say grace and circumstance, will make of you tomorrow. Only God could say what this new spirit gradually forming within you will be. Give God the benefit of believing that his, her, its hand is leading you, and accept the anxiety of feeling yourself in suspense and incomplete. And so it is. Thank you.
People keep on learning. Soldiers keep on warring. War keep on turning, 'cause it won't be too long. The power keep on lying, while your people keep on dying. World keep on turning, 'cause it won't be too long. Yeah. I'm so glad he let me try it all again. 'Cause the last time on earth I lived a whole world of sin. I'm so glad I know more than I knew then. Gonna keep on trying till I reach my higher ground. Yeah. Teachers keep on teaching. Preachers keep on preaching. World keep on turning, 'cause it won't be too long. Lovers keep on loving. Believers keep on believing. Sleepers just stop sleeping. No, it won't be too long. Yeah. I'm so glad he let me try it all again. 'Cause the last time on earth I lived a whole world of sin. I'm so glad I know more than I knew then. Gonna keep on trying till I reach my higher ground. Yeah. Gonna keep on trying till I reach my higher ground. Yeah. I'm gonna keep on trying till I reach my higher ground. Yeah. Thank you.
Melissa, so good. So good. Wow, thank you so much, Reverend B. You constantly connect us with Spirit and remind us what's truly important. So thank you so much. Now is our time of community giving. We are stakeholders in this community, and we give today as part of that spiritual investment. so that we can continue to be spiritually fed here each week. Please join me in the affirmation. I freely and gratefully give from the abundance that is me. We have great capacity for living, loving, and giving. I give today from joy and gratitude, and so it is. The ushers are coming around right now, and we have a few other ways you can give today. We have Venmo, PayPal, text to tithe, and you can also donate on our website. Could the practitioners please stand? We have these amazing people as part of our spiritual community. We're so blessed. So if you're feeling a heaviness of heart or a hardness of head today, or just need prayer in general, please grab one of these amazing human beings after service to pray with you. They are licensed to heal and to pray, so you might as well utilize them. They'll be available after service today on the patio. If that doesn't resonate with you, you can always grab a prayer card and do it anonymously, and you'll be part of the practitioner prayer for the week. And if Sylvia could come up and grab the candle, please. Let us open the circle and take our light into the world with our intentions from today's service. And now Reverend B is going to come close us out.
Thank you. Don't you love our hosts? And Lauren does so great. And Janice, oh my gosh, where's Janice? What a great share Janice did today. We're so blessed with our practitioners and our leaders. They give tirelessly. Maybe not tirelessly, because some of us are tired. You know, some of us are like, wow, I did that, right? Do you exhausted some days. All right, I have a special announcement. One, how many of you brought a dish today for fellowship? Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for doing that. So if you will make sure you pick up your dish, please don't leave it here, because I'm going to take them home and add them to my kitchen. Not really. But the other thing is, how many of you are bringing a dish next week? Could you make sure you bring them 30 minutes early so that they could get them prepared? So that's what they're asking for over here in fellowship. Thank you so much. This team does so great. I'm going to move back to something. By the way, Veronica's not going to talk about the sacred and the profane next week. She's decided to talk about something wholly different. Surprise! She's actually going to talk about the profane. I always ask myself, is there anything really profane in the world? And I would probably say my disbelief in myself is profane. Wouldn't you? That could be profane. I thought about that. But she's a great speaker. I love our own Reverend Veronica, so she'll be doing that next week. So please stand if you're able. I got to remember to ask you to stand, not just say, stand, people. I get so excited I forget the please part. I just think you're right there with me. You are right there with me, but I get to invite you too. So I'm pretty excited about what happened today. Melissa, thanks for stepping in as lead for Lena. This voice, I want that voice. Does anyone else want that voice? All right. So today, let's just stand in this moment knowing that there is something out there. Is there something going on right now? There is? There is. Well, tell me about what's going on right now. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. What is it? It is this thing called life. Stop right there. Do you really believe it's this thing called life? I just want to make sure. Okay, it's this thing called life. Go ahead, Melissa. Now, when I ask you this next question, and you see the words up there, I want you to think about what I'm asking you. Where is life? Life is in my mind. Pause. Really? Yeah? Where else? Life is in my body. Pause. Valerie's over it. Careful what you say in here. I might repeat it. But here's what's really important. What's next? Life is all that I am. Pause. What is the last two words of that sentence, Valerie Day? I am. She knows what that means. Life is the I am. It is all that is. Okay, go ahead. And oh my goodness, you just added the rest of us. So grateful. Go ahead. Now, what I do with life is really important. So what are you going to do with it? Pause. Did you hear what you just said? You accept it. All of it. All of it. Yeah, I see those faces. But that's the truth. I accept it. What's next? I am it. Oh my goodness, the I am again. Valerie Day. I know. And? I share it with all. So gentle. And how am I going to do all that?
Just the way it appears.
And?
Just the way it appears not.
Oh my goodness. Did you hear what you just said? Do you believe that? Yeah, got to do it all. Got to do both. Got to do what's ever in the middle, what's on the left, what's on the right, in front, up, above, below, whatever. All of it, right? Go ahead. Now, beautiful music today. I'm so grateful for this one, aren't you? Let's give gratitude for all those that serve this community. So if you walk in these doors and you're not on service, but you get to show up and just be in these chairs, there are so many people that serve to make this happen. Feel that gratitude. I see you. Feel that gratitude for all that life has, for all that life is, for self, for the person next to you, for the person across from you, from the person on the freeway that cut you off, who stepped in front of you in line, who looked at you in a way that you are sure was not what you wanted. All of it. But also for the child that makes us smile, for the spouse that brings us what we need, for the friend that shows up when we need it most, and for just the right words that showed up today that make us all feel like, I can do this. So with that last phrase on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, life.
Let's close it out. You guys ready? 2, 3, 4. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one. one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one, one big family. Reminded, let us be reminded who we've come to be. We are love, we are one, one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Thanks so much. Have a great week.